got lots of little gems for you in the August issue of the Mover magazine this time. I've got an interview with Ben Schmidt, who some of you may know in the Netherlands. He's providing services for moving goods backwards and forwards from the UK to Europe and from Europe to the UK, which of course, as you all know, has become suddenly much more difficult than it ever used to be before. But Ben maintains that it's all fairly straightforward, and so he's explaining how it's done. So have a look at that one. We've got an interview with, or a story rather, by the Business Moves Group about relocating fine art. And so if you are a company that is trying to provide a full, if you like, relocation service for customers, then fine art relocation is obviously an important part of it. So I'll give you a few tips on the best way to do that. I've got a little story about IAM conference coming back in October, and that is in Orlando in Florida. And of course, last year it was missed and had to be virtual. This time it's going to be there as an in-person conference. There's going to be a virtual element to it as well. So if you can't go, or you don't want to go to Florida, then you can still take part, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm not in a position to go yet because the US government won't let us Brits in right now, which is probably wise, but maybe it's always wise. I don't know. But anyway, there you are. I'll be going virtually, and I hope you will too. It'll be a good event. We've got our front page stories all about sustainability, and it's an interview that I did with Paul Barnes, who some of you may know from the industry, and he's now set himself up as a consultant, if you like, but he's helping corporations work on the kind of questions that they really ought to be asking on RFPs about sustainability. Questions that would really actually make a difference and be the right questions to ask. And also working with moving companies to make sure that they have the facilities and the services to fit those questions. So do take a look at that if you're in the corporate business. It's an important subject, which is becoming more so as every day goes by, it seems. I've got a story from Cornerstone in London about trends in the relocation industry post-COVID, so take a look at that one. And now there's an interesting thing. I went to an exhibition recently in the UK called The Future of Vehicles and Logistics. And it was, I was really there for the sort of the vehicle side because I was interested to know about how things were going in terms of the development of electric vehicles for heavy goods uses. There's one thing the one lasting thing that I came away from that exhibition with, and that was that the good old internal combustion engine, in whatever form you like, is not going to be with us very much longer. And you really ought to have a strategy, or start developing a strategy at least, for converting your fleet into electric or some other more sustainable form of propulsion. Because I say the internal combustion engine really isn't going to be around much longer. So anyway, read the story and I explain a bit more in there. I've got an introduction to the FEDESA conference, which is the annual conference which is in Birmingham in September. So if you're into self-storage, then that's the place that you're going to want to be, 21st, I think it is, of September. And also, sadly, I've had to do a couple more obituaries. One is for Len Cox, and the other for Richard Levine, who started TransEuro and Sterling. Was part of the teams that did anyway. And very sad to see them go. I've been doing too many of these obituaries of late, and I hope I don't have to do any more for a short while. Anyway, do enjoy reading the magazine, and I'll see you next time.